Hey guys, it's Aislinn, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a big hair transformation. Today, I'm filming a sponsored video for TikTok and Instagram for Pulp Riot. It has nothing to do with my YouTube channel, but of course, I'm going to film it for you guys and take you guys along the journey. So they're doing a holiday campaign, and so I kept like racking my brain. I chose like a color group, and so I was racking my brain like, how can I make this color group like holiday? The hair does not have to be holiday. I could have done full out rainbow. It doesn't have to be associated with a holiday. But for me, I just wanted something cute, you know, like a cute little holiday hair type thing. So I was thinking winter sunset, okay? I racked my brain for a little while. I sketched out a little design, I'll put it here for you guys, of my color theory and what I was thinking. Originally, I was gonna do all over a dark gray with like a red cranberry strip right here by my face, but my hair is already kind of like silver gray, and I'm like, that's not enough of a dramatic change for me, especially for sponsored content. Like, I'm gonna put gray over gray. No, I need to deliver. I need something that's going to pop. I wanna have fun with my hair. I want them to like the video. So I was like, let's go all out. Let's do a winter sunset. So I have only done sunset hair one time on my channel, and it was like within the first year or so of me starting my YouTube channel. So it's going to be so like weird feeling to have that hair again because I just haven't had it in so long, but I loved it. I love me a good sunset hair combo. So like I said, today we're gonna be using Pulp Riot hair color, and to make it like a wintry, icy sunset, I am adding some powder blue in the mix. So let me run through the colors I'm using today. The first shade I'm gonna be using is Blue Tux, and I have used this color one time before for the last sponsored video they did. This is one of the colors that I got. I absolutely love this color. It is the most beautiful powdery blue. It's cool toned blue. It almost leans periwinkle, but not. Let me show you what it looks like in the bowl here. So there's what it looks like in the bowl. You guys can see it's definitely a cooler pastel powdery blue. So I wanted to incorporate this to do like a twist on just normal sunset hair, make it a winter edition sunset. So this is going to be like the icy wintry moment. The next color we're going to be using is Jam. I absolutely love this shade. I have used it in the past. It is such a gorgeous purple shade. It has a very, very strong pink undertone to it. It really does look like jam. Like, it's a pinky purple, and it is a very pinky purple. It is such a pretty color. The next shade is Cupid. Again, I have used this shade before. Absolutely loved it. This is a cool toned pink. It has those bluish undertones. It is super vibrant, super like boom in your face. So I'm gonna be using this one today. The next shade I have is Nuclear, and I have used this on myself before. I absolutely loved it. It is a true vibrant neon orange color. And the last shade I'm using is called Desert Canyon. This is a new shade that they just came out with in their last collection, their Vintage Vegas collection. Blue Tux and this are both in that new collection that just launched. I have not used this yet, but I did do a swatch of it. It is such a pretty marigold color. It's yellow, but it's like school bus yellow, you know? It's perfect for doing sunset hair. I just cannot wait to put this on my hair and see what it looks like. So let me tell you the color placement. I know I already showed you the picture, but the color placement, I have not seen anybody else do sunset hair with this pattern and then adding like the powdery blue winter twist to it. So I cannot wait to see what this looks like. I'm ready to jump to the end of the video already and see what my hair looks like, because I hope it turns out as good as what I'm thinking in my head. So we're gonna be doing similar sectioning to when I did neon rainbow hair this summer, where I took sections like this, halo sections, and I stacked the color on top of each other. That way you could see all of those ribbons of color when I turn around with all the different layering I have in my hair, breakage, layering I have in my hair. You're gonna be able to see all the different colors. So it's not gonna be a sunset ombre. That's typically how you would see sunset hair. One color is ombre into the next, which is absolutely gorgeous. But I really loved that neon rainbow pattern. So I was like, let's incorporate the sunset hair and do the same thing. So we're gonna be taking halo sections of the color, and I'm going to be doing it in reverse order. I'm gonna be doing this top crown section, powder blue. Then we're gonna work away purple, pink, orange, and then yellow. And then I'm also going to leave out a halo section here. So I'm gonna do a thick band like this, and all of these colors will be the neon colors. So I'm only gonna do powder blue right here in my crown, and then these are going to be the sunset colors. So we're gonna do purple right here, then it's gonna be pink, then we're gonna have orange, and then yellow framing my face. So it's totally different. We're gonna have that like sunset money piece with a powder blue ring laying on top of all the different colors of the sunset. Let's hope it turns out. Here are all the shades in the bowl. This is what they look like. I'm very excited. I feel like this is just like the perfect shade range to do sunset hair. I am going to section as I go. I just feel like if I section now, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult for me during the process, which doesn't make sense, but I have a lot of breakage around my hairline here. So even if I try to section all of this out, it's just gonna like fall out of the sectioning and become a mess because it's not long enough to really section off. So I'm just gonna section as I go. Like I said, my main priority is to film this TikTok and Instagram video for Pulp Riot. YouTube is just like an added bonus, an added video. So I will have my phone in front of me. The phone is probably going to be in the camera shot. I apologize, but again, my priority is making a video for this company. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start the process of coloring my hair. I'm gonna work my way from the bottom to the top here. So by not sectioning, I am kind of playing a risky game because I need to make sure that I section off enough of my hair and that the sections are semi-even, because right now I'm like doing one color at a time. So I need to try and make room for all the colors to fit and make sure the sections are somewhat even. If I were to section before I started, that would definitely make it easier. But you see all this breakage here, like all that makes it kind of difficult to section off my hair. All right, let's go in with the yellow color. All right, we got the front framing pieces on there. I'm just gonna feel my way around the back. I'm doing pretty like chunky, large sections. So I should be able to just like feel my way around, and these colors blend into each other. Kind of like a rainbow, they melt into each other really well. None of them are like conflicting colors. So even if I do get a little bit of the yellow on the orange section, it will all blend in and it's really not that big of a deal. It'll just have a little bit of more of like a melting effect at my root area. So I'm really not concerned about getting any of the product on the section above it. If I was doing colors that obviously don't go together and don't blend in together, then I would be a little bit more cautious. Get a mirror, put it behind me, and like make sure that I'm not missing any spots and that I'm not getting any colors on the other section. I am very curious to see how these colors are gonna go over my hair because as you can clearly see, my ends are still like a silvery gray. I'm not sure how well that's gonna play out here. We're gonna F around and find out, as they like to say. Hopefully it ends good and the hair looks good. I'm a little nervous about that. A lot of these colors are very bright and neon though, like the orange, the pink, and the purple are all extremely neon. So they should cover whatever I put them on. Even if I had a little bit of a darker color, it should cover it. The only color I'm really worried about is this yellow, because I'm not so sure that yellow goes over a grayish color very well. But the swatch looked like it was a little bit of a darker yellow and not super pastel. We will have to see when we rinse it off. I'm not really worried about the blue either because it already is a powdery blue. So if the results up top are like a silvery powder blue, I'd be totally fine with that too. I just really want the yellow to show up because I feel like the yellow really will accentuate the sunset hair. Oh yeah, definitely a marigold yellow color. I don't know if you guys can see that, but as I'm pulling it apart, it's like a really pretty dandelion shade. I am just using a very fine tooth comb and I'm combing through the section to make sure everything is distributed evenly. This makes your hair feel super soft, by the way. It's like very, very, very conditioning. It's very easy for me to run this comb through my hair right now. So basically I'm just running this through here to get any of the extra like white cast off my hair, and then I'm gonna go back in that Desert Canyon and resaturate. Just because my ends do have a little bit of that grayish silver, I want to make sure that the Desert Canyon will like actually make my ends pretty yellow. So I'm just wiping off any of that extra hair dye, like that extra white conditioner cast, so that way I can put new dye on top, even though it already is yellow. Like you can clearly see my hair is already yellow. My roots are definitely a prettier shade of yellow because they were already like a blonde. Here's the next section I just brought down. This one's going to be orange, so let's go ahead and start applying that. All right, we are back. I got the orange front two sections applied, and oh my gosh, that was actually very, very scary because this orange is quite a bit darker than that yellow, and I dropped some on that front yellow spot, and I thought it was all over and I had just ruined the look. Thankfully, this is why I like working with conditioning based dyes. If you do drop some color on one of the lighter sections, you should be able to wipe it off rather easily and without it like staining that hair. Whenever you really work the product into the hair, when it's conditioning, you'll have that like extra conditioner and it creates like a really nice barrier, so that way the color doesn't stain if you accidentally drop it on a lighter shade. Obviously, if it's like black or like midnight blue, it'll probably stain a little bit, but thankfully it didn't really stain. And this formulation saves the day. I'm getting really excited now seeing like my vision come to life, seeing the colors get placed one after the other. It's like, it's literally exactly what I had pictured and what I had like sketched out and everything. I'm very happy that it's all coming to real life and it's actually looking good. Sometimes you come up with a concept and in theory it's a good concept, but then when you do it, it doesn't really look that great. Well, I think that this is gonna look good. I feel confident now that I'm seeing the colors and the placement. Like, I feel like it's kind of a risky decision for me to do like a halo all around with like blue on top, but it's looking good so far. I'm also taking a little bit of a risk, not sectioning beforehand, but I think the sections are turning out good. I feel like they're pretty even, and I think I'm leaving enough space for all the colors. That's my main concern, is me not leaving enough space to fit all the sunset colors on here. I'm worried I'm like taking too big of a section or too small of a section. After I get this orange applied back here, I am gonna grab a mirror and spin around and just check to make sure I didn't miss any spots at my root area. I am mostly like feeling my way around back there, and I don't care if I get it on the other sections. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing any spots and I'm not gonna have like a blonde piece that crept through the cracks. Okay, it's looking pretty good. I am just gonna take this and kind of like push it into my scalp area. Sectioning is actually looking pretty good, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little impressed with my sectioning without doing it with a mirror. I'm just gonna grab a little section of this hair right here. I'm gonna add this into the mix here to make it a little bit more even. Okay, and then I am going to do the same thing I did on this side. I'm just gonna push that color in at my root. Kind of push that in and outline it a little bit more. Look at the rings, you guys. You guys see these rings? I think that this is gonna be a success. And I got orange all over my beauty blender, so I'm gonna have to rinse that off. In between sections, I really have to make sure I'm wiping off my hands. If there's any orange left over on my gloves right now and I try to take down the next section, I'm gonna put orange dye all over that top icy blue spot, and that will not go over well. It will be a mudded mess, and it's not gonna give me that ethereal icy effect I'm looking for. All right, so far so good. Let's bring down the pink section. All right, got the front two pink sections applied. I'm just gonna go in and make sure to thoroughly saturate. I didn't really think about this, but because my ends are kind of a silvery shade, the ends of the pink sections might be a little bit purple. As I'm applying it, it kind of looks like a darker pink. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal if my root color is a brighter shade of whatever color we're doing and then my ends are a little bit smokier. It's a sunset, you know what I mean? Sunsets can be all different types of shades. They can be smoky, you know what I mean? There can be a little bit of fog in there. My ends can symbolize that fog or like crystallization, you know what I mean? That like smoky, foggy sunset vibe. I cannot wait to see what this looks like rinsed off. Right now, I'm not gonna lie, kind of just looks like I'm doing rainbow hair. Hopefully it's gonna look like a sunset and not like a rainbow. We'll see though. I mean, rainbow's dope too. So even if it winds up looking more like a rainbow than a sunset, that's okay. So I guess we would just be missing the green color right now because I am adding blue. Typically with sunset hair, you wouldn't add the blue in there. It would be like purple, pink, orange, and yellow, or even just red, orange, yellow, and purple. Some people use red when they do sunset hair. Some people use pink. You guys already know. I'm a pink girl. I don't really vibe with the red hair. I prefer pink over red. All right, let's go in over here on this section. Just make sure to really work that in there. And because I'm doing like halo sections, lightest to darkest, I'm trying to work the color back so that way the color isn't just like falling on all of these lighter colors. So I work it either straight out or back like this, and then once I'm done working the color into the hair, I just lay it back so that way it's not like, you know, laying on the yellow or the orange. See, when I hold up my hair, my root right here is definitely a brighter pink than my ends. No matter what, it's gonna look cool. I'm gonna spin around and apply the pink while looking in the mirror because I'm getting closer to that blue section and I do not want to accidentally get any pink on the blue because that will ruin the whole vibe. So I need to be a little bit more precise with the pink and the purple colors, which are next. Definitely got the root area pretty saturated. Now I can turn back around and see what I'm doing on my ends here. Last two sections, here we go. This is the last time we're gonna be sectioning off the hair. So let's go ahead and do that purple. All right, got the front two purple sections applied and worked in there. You guys see how pretty this purple is? It's definitely a pinky purple and I absolutely love it. Okay, we're starting to get sunset vibes because I don't know, now that I added the purple in there, I'm feeling sunset. Even though we're still doing rainbow colors, like I'm feeling the sunset all of a sudden adding that purple in there. It's making me see the vision a little bit more. Every time I do color like this, my eyes get so strained by the end of it from like looking in the mirror or looking this way. All right, let's spin around and do the back so I can see what I'm doing because I'm really close to that blue. Terrified of getting purple on it. So let's be very careful when we do the back. There we go. Purple's applied. One color left, and that's the blue. I'm very excited to see what the blue is gonna look like with the rest of these colors, because right now I'm starting to feel the sunset. I'm curious if the blue is gonna make it feel more like a sunset, or if it's gonna turn it back into like the rainbow feeling. Are you kidding me right now? I am so done. I'm just gonna smush all that color in at my root area, and then I will section it all off at my roots and just apply it there. Because my roots are more yellow, I'm gonna apply it all over there. So I'm gonna split this right down the middle and we're gonna start applying it at my roots. That is extremely saturated at my roots. I just wanted to make sure to like hit that area first since I did have more yellow roots and silver ends. Wanted to make sure to thoroughly saturate that and not just slap it all on there. Now we can move on to working it into my ends. I'm just sectioning this off in small sections, one at a time, making sure to thoroughly saturate because this is a pastel shade. With pastels, you really want to make sure you're putting enough product on there because pastels can go patchy pretty quick. Just making sure to really use more than enough product. It looks so pretty. It's looking like smoky ice, and I am definitely getting sunset instead of rainbow. Like I'm not getting rainbow now. I was wondering if it was gonna read rainbow once I put the blue on there, but I don't think it does at all. Green apparently makes a big difference whether you put it in your rainbow colors or not. All right, everything's applied. I'm gonna let this sit like 30 minutes to an hour and then rinse using cold water. I don't normally section off my hair to rinse it. I normally just rinse everything all at once. As long as you're using cold water and high water pressure, you shouldn't really have any issues with bleeding, especially with Pulp Riot's formulation. I'm not worried about it bleeding at all because it does have that heavy conditioning base to it. So I'm just gonna rinse everything all at once, cold water, high pressure. I will be right back after around an hour to see what this looks like. Don't you guys think it's definitely reading sunset vibes, like a wintry sunset? All right, let me spin around and show you guys. Here's what it's looking like. I think I took the perfect amount of sections. So I'm really excited to see what it looks like rinsed. I will be right back to show you guys the finished results, and hopefully it's a beautiful winter sunset like my brain had imagined. Hi, I am back. My hair looks better than I could have ever imagined. It's 100% not giving rainbow. It is giving straight sunset vibes, like tropical sunset, winter sunset, take your pick, but it is so beautiful. The way the colors just like melt into one another, it is so pretty, like from every angle. From the side, when I pull it back, you see more of those orange and yellow tones. Let me spin around and show you what it looks like from the back. Here's this side. Here's the back, you guys. Are you kidding me? Look at this. It looks insanely beautiful. I am just so obsessed with the color, and it's similar to what I do, but it's different, you know? Like I don't do this color palette that often. It's similar style, but it's still different, you know? I'm a little obsessed with it. I keep looking at it like, this is my hair. I love it. My hair feels so soft, you guys. I can't describe how soft my hair feels to you. When I was blow drying it, like the texture of my hair just feels like butter, like so soft and silky. It feels so nice. It smells amazing too. Smells super, super good. And I love it because like the fragrance lasts a few weeks. You guys look at it. Are you kidding? I'm obsessed and I'm so glad I did this over doing some basic gray and a splash of red. Like this is extreme and I love it. I will try and find Pulp Riot and leave it linked in the description down below for you guys. That is all for today's video. Thank you for coming along the journey of dyeing my hair a wintry sunset vibe. Don't forget to check out my Instagram. The link to that is in the description down below. I post way more of my everyday life on there. And if you were to follow my Instagram and TikTok, you would have already seen this hair transformation quite a while ago. So definitely go give my Instagram and TikTok a follow. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I love you guys so much and I will see you in my next video. Bye.